steal your sales from your competitors on Amazon. And no, I don't mean that figuratively. I mean that literally. Take sales that were about to go to them and redirect them at the last minute to you. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to do exactly that. And it only takes a couple hours to implement. You can increase your sales by between 10 and 30% by using these strategies. But the sad thing is, most of you guys aren't actually going to take action on this. Only a few of you watching are actually going to do it, meaning you're probably the person other people are stealing sales from. And you know what? It is what it is. It's a dog-eat-dog marketplace. Now, this process actually exploits a hack that Amazon didn't mean to deliver to sellers, but it did by accident, and I'm going to show you exactly how to exploit that hack. See, this involves data that Amazon didn't realize they were delivering to sellers, and the first step is to go to Brands, Brand Analytics in your Seller Central profile, and then once you're here, go to Search Analytics, Search Query Performance, and then you're going to scroll down, select Monthly, select the most recent calendar month, and hit Apply. Now you're going to leave these search queries in the order that Amazon put them in because it actually puts them in a good order using a proprietary algorithm of how relevant they are to you plus their search volume. And you're going to go through these search terms, and what we're going to do is find out what our click-through rate is and what the benchmark for the space click-through rate is. We're going to do the same for conversion rate, what our conversion rate is and what the benchmark for the space conversion rate is. Then we're going to determine for each individual search term and each search term family why that is. Then we're going to use that data to steal sales directly from our competitors. So literally all you're going to do here is generate download, click comprehensive view, click generate download, open download manager, download this report. Then you're going to import it into Google Sheets. And now this is how you extract the data that Amazon doesn't want us to have, that you can use to steal sales directly from your competitors. Boom. Now we got the data. I'm going to show you what to do with it. First, we'll clean this up a little bit. Okay, so I cleaned up the data a little bit. We only care about a couple columns here, and that's impressions, clicks, and purchases. Now we have the total amount of impressions, and then our number of impressions. Then we have the total amount of clicks, then our number of clicks. Then we have the total amount of purchases, and then our amount of purchases for each of these keywords. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a benchmark for click-through rate and a benchmark for conversion rate for each of the keywords. And we're going to create our click-through rate and our conversion rate for each of the keywords because we have all the data right here. Even though Amazon doesn't feed it to us, all we need to do is create one more row. And this is something you only have to do once per product, maybe a couple times a year, like once every quarter or two. But when you do it, it has a dramatic impact on your sales and your ability to steal sales from competitors. And I'm going to show you some examples of how we did this. But first, I'm going to create my columns here. So I'm going to do my click-through rate, market click-through rate, my conversion rate, market conversion rate. And the way I'm going to get these is simply by dividing the total amount of impressions by the total amount of clicks for my brand and for the market. And then I'll divide the total amount of purchases by the total amount of clicks to get my conversion rate and the market's conversion rate. And by the way, this is blended, ad, and organic. Stick with me here. In one more minute, you're going to have a superpower that I guarantee very few, if any, of your competitors are doing that will allow you to steal their sales. So for my click-through rate, we're going to do brand count of clicks divided by brand count of impressions, and then we're going to copy that all the way down. Now we have my click-through rate for each of these terms. Next, we're going to do the market click-through rate. And to do that, we're going to do the total number of clicks divided by the total number of impressions. Copy that all the way down. Boom. Now we have my click-through rate and the market's click-through rate for each of these terms. You can see the market click-through rate is a lot less variable for each term, whereas my click-through rate is very different for each term. And that's already a gold mine of data that's going to allow us to steal our competitors' traffic. But first, let's calculate my conversion rate and then the market conversion rate. So for my conversion rate, I'm going to go to my purchases. So purchases brand count divided by my clicks brand count. Autofill that down, format it. Now we've got my conversion rate for each of these terms. Super powerful, right? But what makes it even more powerful is getting that compared with the average conversion rate for everyone. And to get that, we're going to divide total count of purchases by total count of clicks. Boom, we're done. Now we have for each individual term, my click-through rate and the market's click-through rate, my conversion rate and the market's conversion rate. And this is where the gold mine of data lies. Now what we're going to do to steal our competitors' traffic is to find out what high volume, high relevant search term we are getting below market click-through rate for. So for instance, we're crushing it on jar spatula. Way more people are clicking our listing than the markets. And that's because our spatula is perfectly shaped for a jar. And that's why we're getting a lot more clicks. So we're doing great on that. But we are not doing a good job with silicone spatulas heat resistance. You can see our click-through rate is 0.95, but the market's is 1.5%. Ours is heat resistant. This is a high relevant search term. A lot of people are searching it, and we're not getting the clicks. Other competitors are taking a lot more clicks than us. And here's how we're going to get those back. What we're going to do is change the primary image and the title to be more relevant to that term. So we're going to put heat resistant closer to the beginning of the title, and we're going to put something in the primary image that shows that this spatula is heat resistant. And once we do that, this click-through rate is going to go up, meaning more of the people who search this term who would have clicked on the competitor's listing are now clicking on ours. Hence, we're stealing their traffic. Let me give you a great example of this. Now, here's the time we did this for a bookshelf. Now, what we did was we looked into the keyword data to see what people weren't resonating with our primary image and our title, and we updated it. You can see we have the kid in here, we have the actual books in here. It says kids in the very beginning, it says scalloped edges, and this changed the click-through rate from around 1% to above 3%, meaning it 3x'd the amount of traffic to our listing. We literally got triple the amount of traffic overnight to our listing just from making this change. And not only that, but we weren't paying for the traffic. It was from impressions we were already getting. We just weren't getting the clicks. So making this change got us the clicks. Boom. We stole all that traffic that was going to competitors, took it to our listing. This brand became extremely profitable. Then we did it here. So you can see some of the terms that we realized we weren't resonating with were gift related and relaxation related. So some of the changes might seem subtle, like we show the candle lit. We have flowers laying around because we found that these terms relating to relaxing, self-care were not converting as high as the competitors. And we were able to, by making that change and change it to the title, change the click-through rate from 1.5% to 2.5%, which might seem not like a big deal. Oh, it's only 1% difference. Actually, relatively, that is a 30% difference in click-through rate, i.e. 30% more traffic to my listing, i.e. 30% more sales, which means even more than 30% more profit, because since we're not paying for that extra traffic, it's literally just free from the impressions we were already getting. Our profit increased by even more, closer to 40 or 50%. Now you know how to steal sales from your competitors on Amazon. This works. We do it every day inside my company, Sophie Society, where we operate a portfolio of brands. If you want someone to take over your PPC, click the link in the description of this video to apply to work with me to take over your PPC. And if you want more information about how to improve your click-through rate through primary image changes and title changes to get more free traffic that you can steal from your competitors, I go way deeper into it in this video right here. So check that out just by clicking or tapping this link, and I'll see you over there.